Welcome back, fellow Britannians. Grofus here with another video from your favorite classic T2A Ultima Online experience server, the Lost Lands. Hail and well met! Today we're going to be doing a guide to the mini-bosses that the server has to offer. There are several different farming spots where they have a chance to spawn a mini-boss instead of a regular mob. So we're going to be taking a look at that. Usually I will bring my bard when I'm farming these things. This will be a bit easier. I usually start with 150 of each reg, 30 purple pots, 12 heal pots, 10 of each red and orange pots, and then some strength pots. Usually I'll bring a cunning piece so that my intelligence starts out higher and I can summon demons. The energy vortex is better. And then I'll bring a couple heal wands and an invis item for emergencies, which most of the time I forget to use. Let me grab some demon scrolls here, and we'll be off. This first one is going to be Ancient Worms. It has a chance to spawn the Poison Dragon, one of the hardest mini bosses you can face. So the strategy here, a lot of people do this with the Tamer, but the strategy for any other character would be to energy vortex, get the greater poison onto the Ancient, and then just kind of wait for it to tick down, because he does reflect back most of the items that you cast onto him. I'm out of energy vortex scrolls, so I'm just going to be casting. They've recently increased the speed of these guys, so they are pretty nasty. He took me down to like 34% there. Brought a couple snakes on him just to give him more targets. And usually I'll get to safety and throw another EV on it. I'm gonna go in here to meditate. The poison is your best friend here because it'll take him down pretty good. Once I get full mana, I'll throw another one there. They also tend to lose speed as their health goes down, which helps. Their breath, the breath damage they have is also based on their hit points, I believe. So the higher their health is, the more damage they're going to do to you as well. So the faster you can get them lower health, the better off you're going to be. See, that breath only took like 23% away. I wanted to start with the hardest, that way, in case it killed me, I can just restart. I gotta get some mana back. I'm gonna bring a couple of these guys down as well. Because why not? Never know, maybe we'll get lucky and get a rare drop on one of these other monsters. Each dungeon has its own special hue cloth that can drop. You can also get special lanterns. Oh, and this message here, you've killed a monster of the day and now have 0.75 kills. The server has like a featured dungeon of the day where you can get monster kills that go towards a mount of the week, which is like a temporary at the real mount that doesn't lose stamina. You can use it for the following week if you have the most kills on the server for that week. They also have a chance to drop obsidian, which is a different currency you can use to buy house deco items and different vanity things. Pretty neat to have something additional to farm for. Now I'm going to finish him off with spells if he doesn't reflect them all on me. And then we'll go to the next spot. Ah, T-map. Nice. Oh, goodness. That was quick. We're going to cheat. We're going to go back to the bank. And then we're going to recall back to pick up our map on the other side of them so we don't get hit. Alright, so that has a chance to spawn the mini boss. It spawned another ancient, so we're just going to go to the next spot. Next up on the list is Flesh Ripper. This is one of my favorites. It's a bottom level of the Shame dungeon. It has a chance to spawn instead of Blood Elemental. These are good farming too. Looks like someone's actually been here. This one's low and there's other things that are dead. Just gonna drag it up to this other guy up here, bar them together. He's moving slow because he's hurt. If we want this one, we can grab this one, it'll move faster. And since it's low, I'm going to go ahead and do an EV. Now, something to say about EVs, if you do actually get a mini boss to spawn, oh, we got a llama, nice. If we do get a mini boss to spawn, they will all immediately dispel the EV, so those can't be used for the bosses. You have to use old school spells on them. They can be barded, But they dispel demons and EVs really quick. Sometimes you can farm these places for hours, even days, before you get a mini boss, and then sometimes you'll get 2 back to back. It's all just random, and they have a chance to spawn monster statuette or a skull to help summon a harrower, or they can drop colored chests. There's a bunch of different things they can drop. They could drop nothing special, but you still get lots of golden regs. Oh, that's like, I need to change that. We'll kill these 3 and then we'll go to the next spot. This is going to be a 2-part video because there's so many mini bosses. We're going to do the, I'm going to show you the old world mini boss locations first, and then in the second video it'll be the other side, the ones in T2A, Fire and Ice Dungeon and things like that. That way the videos aren't too long. And easily just to finish them off with spells once they're this low, and collect your gold. I have gold on scavengers, that's why I pick it up like that so quick. Alright, on to the next spot. Next is going to be Gorgon. This is a spawner at the... Oh, there's a GM. Haha. He likes to watch sometimes. Alright, so we're going to go to Covetous, Elder Gazer room. And usually there's a lot of lower spawn here. I'll bard everything to the Elder Gazer, and then I usually do like Energy Vortex. These little guys have a chance to drop rares too, so you always want to check their bodies. Very, very, very low chance, but you never know. One of my buddies got a piece of cloth off of a rat one time, so always got to check. A lot of people will set up a worm turret at this location. They'll use a blocker, like a hider blocker here, and bring a whole stack in. Pretty effective. I don't play a tamer a whole lot, but this is a heavy farming spot for that. This is pretty quick respawn and the loot's always good. Another thing you can do is lure some of this stuff off so it's not in your way. But it dies and respawns quick enough where I just usually leave it all here, bart it on each other, and yeah, it's not bad. We'll kill like one more. Well, I say that. Well, kill it if I can't summon this. I need to get my buddy to make me some EV scrolls. I didn't think about that. Those sewer rats sometimes will sneak up on you and you won't see him, and it'll be chasing you and you won't be able to move, but that's why you carry red pots. You can push through it. That always happens at the worst times. Okay, on to the next spot. And most of these are good farming spots in general. Black Lich especially, it's very fast respawns. This is the bottom level in Deceit. This room spawns Lich Lord and 3 or 4 regular Liches. So just bart them all onto the Lich Lord and finish them off with the energy bolt. And it's fast enough to where sometimes it's hard to loot because you got the regular Liches spawning so quick. Good money. They're all barded together. You just watch their healths. And just loot as they fall. While it's still aggroed onto that Lich, I'll go ahead and get its health down a bit. Oh, and then see we already got a regular Lich spawning. Sometimes it's hard to gauge if y'all have enough time to do it, to kill it before another one spawns. Oh, I guess it died to poison. This is a good farming spot for tamers, bards. I've even done it with a Dexter, but a little dicey with a Dexter. Better if you have a cross healer for that. And with a Dexter, you'll want to lure away the regular liches. That way you're just focusing on the Lich Lord. Great place for fame and karma, too. This next one is Ogre Maggie. It spawns in place of an Ogre Lord in the second layer of the wrong dungeon. There's one that spawns in that room, and then one that spawns in this room over here. So usually, you get all this rabble gathered together, bar them onto each other so they're out of the way, and then drag the other Ogre Lord into the other room. Or you could just pull these out completely. Whatever works best for you. Sometimes, like, while I'm waiting for the Ogre Lords to kill each other, I'll kill this stuff. Like the last two are here, and then we'll drag the lords together. And if the Ogre Maggie ever spawns when you're here, it is fast. So just be aware of that. It'll take you down in like 2 hits. Maybe 1 if it gets a crit. Now we got Etten coming with us, that's okay. Alright, everything's barded. And then you can use EV or summon Demon. I think EV works a little bit better with the poison on these. There's also a rare that spawns on one of these tables, I think. I'm not a big rare hunter, but that's what my son tells me. He says, always check for blah 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 rare when you're in this room. Okay. My screen's always so messy, I just get bars pulled everywhere. So this is a little bit less risk than the other places. These ogres don't cast spells. They hit like a truck, but as long as you don't stand next to them, you should be good. And the other things in this room is just about crowd control. Not bad gold for the effort you have to put in. Alright, we're gonna go look at the next spot because video's getting kind of long and there's a couple more to see. Get all these off the screen here. Go back and loot those guys after. Orc Overlord. This one actually has quite a few bosses that can spawn. It's got the Orc Overlord, and this is also where the bloodthirsty mini bosses spawn. So usually there's a lot of orcs in here. Sometimes people will drag them all away except for like the Orc Lords, because that's what usually triggers the mini bosses to spawn. But we'll see how full it is. Let me get some mana first, because what I'll do is I'll just have these guys follow me in, and then I'll invis myself. These the Orc Lords is what's gonna be your triggers for the mini bosses. Instead of one of those spawning, you have a chance for the boss. So if you want to make it easier, you could take the time and drag all the regular orcs and mages away out of the fort and just focus on the lords. Then you wouldn't have so much spam to deal with. You want to keep the Ogre Lord in here, though, because that one has a chance to spawn one as well. And this is the Orc Fort outside Cove. Oh, there's the mini boss right there. Holy smokes. No, see, I did my provocation wrong. I provoked the Ogre Lord onto it, and I should have done it onto the Ogre Lord. They're fast. Put a couple of these other orcs on there. This is one of the weaker mini bosses. It'll still pack a punch if it gets hit, if it hits you, but they don't have a lot of hit points. Now, player spells do a lot more damage than monster damage does. Like this Ogre Lord and these mages are barely even hurting it, and they're all provoked on it. So, most cases, you just use it as a taunt and then down it with spells is the best way to kill it. And this is also a good time to use purple pots. Holy smokes. That Ogre Lord almost took us out. So it had 2 silver and some gold. Or 2 platinum and some gold. Not bad. Sometimes they have a skull on a chest, and I don't know if that one can drop a statuette. I think it can, but I've never gotten one from it. It must be pretty rare. I've killed quite a few of those. This next one is a good entry-level mini-boss for people to fight. This is at Covetous level 1 Harpies. It has a chance to spawn a Harpy hen. And Dexters can solo it. It's not too bad. There's also another Harpy room in this dungeon on level 2 that has a chance to spawn it as well. So when I'm farming this place, I'll usually hop between the two. There's a straggler up here. You can also, this is a good place to get feathers if you're a bowcrafter or a fletcher. But you could bring a Dexter here, or any team really, summon a demon and go to town. You don't even have to do it with a demon, I just do it to make it easier. That's that. And the very easiest mini boss is going to be the Seraph. This is going to be in the brigand camp at the north of the Britain Crossroads. Seraph is pretty cool. He's not too hard to kill, but he comes in on a horse and he's pretty fast. It's pretty epic for... It's usually the first mini boss players see too, because it's the easiest place to farm. A lot of memories from this place. Oh, I did forget to show you guys the Venom mini boss. So we'll do that real quick before we end the video. I know it's getting long. Get mana first. There's 2 places in Deceit the mini bosses can spawn for the Venom mobs. This is the first location. Basically 2 liches spawn here. Either one of them have a chance to spawn a Venom mini boss. And then let me kill these and I'll show you the other place. It's pretty close, you can run to it. So the farm for this would just be to run back and forth between the 2, or recall between the 2. The other 2 are in this room right here. Last night, a guildmate of mine actually spawned 2 at the same time, and they were fast as hell. It was fun. It killed him and another guildie like twice each. Killed me when I came in to try to help, but eventually we got it. Alright, and that is all the mini boss locations on this side of the world. Oh, there's a guildie. Hey, Beavis. On the next video, part 2, we'll go into the Lost Lands, and I'll show you those. But for the sake of time, we're going to end it here. So that's it for today, adventurers. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to stay up to date on future content, as I plan to do a couple videos a week. Also, if you're interested in joining our fine server, the link to our website is in the description. This is where you can also find an invite to our Discord community server. Come check us out. Until next time, fare thee well.